Hello. Um, so I just wonder something. So when I'm playing Red Dead Redemption, right? This is gonna be like another Red Dead Redemption video. I feel like Hosea could have been saved. Now, obviously, it would have been very hard to do, but I just want to touch on what would happen or what I think would happen. So let's start back, okay? So Hosea is being held at gunpoint by Agent Milton. Dutch is all like, Mr. Milton, we can solve this. This is America. You can cut a deal, man. And then Milton says, I've given you enough chances. Pushes Hosea. Then y'all know what happened in the original. But I feel like what could have happened, any gang member could have done this. So while Dutch is having his doing his canon dialogue with Mr. Milton, Arthur could have just broken the window and just shot Mr. Milton in the neck. Now, or someone like John, he could have broken one of the the many windows on the door and just shot Milton in the head. Now, what I think would happen after was the Pinkertons would have started blasting already. If they see their leader dead, they probably wouldn't hold back. And Ross starts taking command um after Milton gets killed, since we can hear him barking orders saying like, I want them dead. When like in chapter 6 in the end. But yeah, that's what I think could happen. I mean, like, now if that happens, John may get killed, since I don't know if they would just keep him alive. Now, that's all I really want to say, but that's kind of a short video, don't you think? Um, Lenny could have survived too. He could have survived too. I swear, he could have survived. Yes, while the guards caught him off guard, there was many ways he could have survived. Either A, he was just more aware of his surroundings, and if he saw what if like Arthur like went with him instead of just like Lenny. Okay, hold on, restart. Lenny could have just waited for Arthur, like, because you see, when Arthur gets on top of the rooftop and walks to Lenny, Lenny starts bolting off. That's kind of stupid. There's Pinkertons around. First off, they can hear them on the rooftop if they do that. Second, if Lenny was just more aware of his situation, he wouldn't have gotten killed. If he saw that door flung open and just really just got his gun out, just pow, 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 at the guards, I mean, not the guards, the Pinkertons, he would have survived. Now, chapter 6. With Hosea and Lenny alive, wait, okay, so Hosea would have survived via Arthur shooting Milton in the neck, and then let's say John opens the front door for Milton to come inside. Or B, Milton climbs over that gate next to the bank. You know that bank Arthur can hop over to loot Mr. Not to loot Mr. to loot Hosea. That little fence you can climb over to next to the ladder, next to the ladder on the rooftop. Hosea could have climbed over that and just escape over there after Arthur shoots Milton in the neck. And, I already discussed how Lenny could have survived, if he just was more aware of his situation and he was more smart. Well, he is smart, but you know what I mean. So, in chapter 6, with Hosea and Lenny alive, I feel like Dutch would have stayed more grounded, obviously, since Hosea's death kind of broke him, and Arthur's death obviously completely broke him. So, with them both obviously dead, not with them both obviously alive, Dutch would have stayed more grounded. There would have been more things, or Dutch would have just stopped listening to him completely. Because I feel like Dutch already doesn't really listen to Hosea. He didn't listen to Hosea about Blackwater. Why would he listen to Hosea about, or Arthur about anything? So in the end, in the showdown with where Micah, Dutch, Bill, Javier, Cleet, and Joe have their guns raised at Arthur and John, this time I really feel like Grimshaw could have survived. Hear me out. If she, with them both on guard, I feel like they could see if Micah would have shot her. I don't know. Now, in the end, now this is kind of complicated for me to think. Obviously, Arthur, John, Grimshaw, Hosea, and Lenny, they would escape. Escape through the caves, obviously. Now, does Arthur have company when he goes back for the money or help John? Of course. Will he win? I honestly don't think so. He's dying. Like at that point, in the end of the fight with Micah, even if he doesn't get into a confrontation with Micah, I don't feel like he'll survive that long after. Maybe a few hours or two. But yeah, I feel like he'd just die. So yeah, either way, I feel like in the end Arthur would die.